coach Stan. And Gundy. This is Brian Anderson. A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot.
Well, that's why he's out there, using his size in the paint.
Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. And it's Denver with a rebound. Here's Brown. Three-pointer, no good. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch, and I asked him about their matchup against the multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He told me, quote, Jokic is going to find a way to impact the game. We just need to make it tough on him. We have to bring the physicality and be cognizant of other guys cutting to the rim. We'll see how their defense holds up, B.A.
And Allie, thanks. Conley finds Randle. Here's Gobert. Back to Randle. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Edwards. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Yeah, nice play by Randle. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Jokic against Gobert. Looking to end the run. Oh, another miss by Jokic.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Conley passes to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Brown grabs the board.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Murray for 3, counted from distance.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
McDaniels finds Conley. And he converts the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Stolen by Conley. Fast break, Minnesota. For the finish, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Smart play from Randle. Uses his physical ability to drive inside and make trouble for the defense.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Now Jokic. This one for 3. And another 3 for Denver.
An efficient shooter like Jokic will always find points. All he needs is the ball.
DiVincenzo with it. Checked by Murray. And here's Edwards outside. Nice. gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
1:14 left now in the first quarter. Good on the bucket. Jokic has got 5 points.
Yeah, there's that guard touch of Jokic. Simply incredible for a man his size.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Jokic. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. He's got 7.
Yeah, Jokic really has the confidence to pull up from just about anywhere on the floor.
Edwards. What a terrific move that is.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Over to the wing. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. There's the triple. The rebound by the Timberwolves. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. There's the 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
From deep, Jokic. And no good. Outside Reed. It's tipped. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. His fingerprints were all over that court. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
Here's Brown, checked by Randle. And here's Jokic outside. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 5. DiVincenzo pass to Randle. Now Edwards over Porter. And Edwards the bucket on the assist from Randle. Edwards got 15.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Minnesota has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. The 3, DiVincenzo fires in the triple. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Jokic against Reed. High arcing shot. And it's Jokic missing. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The 3, DiVincenzo. And out of bounds, Denver will have it. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Alexander Walker in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 10-point game. And stolen by Gobert. The shot. DiVincenzo can't hit.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Yeah, standing tall at the arc, Jokic buries it.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. McDaniels got his second bucket of the game. Nuggets trail by 9. Down low. Porter, the pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. He's got 5. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
And the shot's good. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
And once Gordon spots an open guy, he immediately moves the ball. Just well-coached offense right there.
DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Dillingham's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. From the inbound. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Pass to Brown. And they're on the break. From the wing. And Gobert flushes it home.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
From deep, Jokic. Offensive rebound. Porter's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 9. Right side, Conley. To the inside. Here's Randall. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Randall's got 5 now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Miller's checked in for Randall. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Saric checks in for Nikola Jokic. Chanchar comes in for Porter Jr. Strawther's checked in for Brown. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Murray. Here's Gobert. Off target with a jump hook. Nuggets trail by 8. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Westbrook with the miss. Minnesota's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Alexander Walker drains the triple. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook drives. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Pass to Saric. Here's the teardrop. It's good.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
For 3, Conley. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk.
Yeah, this is how powerful Westbrook is at the rim. Looking like he wants to tear the basket down. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 15. Here's Reed. Doesn't go for him. Saric with some nice D. Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Strawther. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Conley. And the 3 off target.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Westbrook off the drive. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Lets the three fly. Miller pulls it in. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Here's Reed. Pass to Edwards. Back to Reed. Edwards with it, pounded by Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Miller, a screen on Westbrook. Here's DiVincenzo. That shot off. Nuggets trail by 7. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Here's Watson. Some solid defense from Edwards. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11. Picked his pocket. It's a one-on-one situation.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
To the right side. Here's Watson. And he drains the quick shot. And now just a three-point Minnesota lead.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Strawther. DiVincenzo covering. And that one's good. Strawther.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Out to the right wing. Here's Strawther. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. To the wing, right side. Not enough on that one as it misses. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Edwards. Oh, it's Edwards all the way.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Strawther. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Going all the way to the rack. Here's the 3. They grab their own miss. And here's Edwards outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Here's Murray. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Fires the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling.
Wow. Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Pass to Jokic. Can they get it? Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
For 3, Randle. Pure from three-point range. Randle's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you gotta have some confidence to fire back like that. Randle with no shortage of confidence.
Knocks down the long J.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And it's Jokic missing. Going inside.
Oh! Wow!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Dillingham in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Conley. Pass to Dillingham. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Gobert against Jokic. Gordon outside. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Conley against Murray. For 3, Randle. Unable to get that one. Nuggets trail by 7. Stolen by Conley. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Denver has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pure from three-point range.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
Here's Dillingham. Got it. Good job in the low post. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon finds Jokic. Outside Murray. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Driving in. Here's Dillingham. Outside Conley. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. 4-3. Oh, how about Jokic running the break?
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Anthony Edwards has checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. Randle with it. Gordon's on him. Randle can't hit. Nuggets trail by 3. The finish! Knocks it loose.
Well, if they've been saving one of their favorite plays, now is the time to use it.
For 3, DiVincenzo hits a three-pointer.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
For Denver, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
For 3, Randle. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randle. Edwards with it. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in. Oh, a big-time jam. Slams it right over Gordon.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Left side read. Back to Daniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. And that one is hammered home.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
From deep, Jokic. And again, Denver with a 3.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
The Timberwolves have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Edwards on target.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Inside. Back to Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback. Jokic has got 31 points.
big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Fires for three. Brown grabs the board. Oh, so much on the line here.
And the crowd is locked in.
Jokic passes to Gordon to take the lead.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clutch the win.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Gordon with a steal. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And Denver has possession. They lead by 1. And so they foul intentionally. He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards looking it over. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So a close game sees Denver taking this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of the... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for air.
stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And, Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. And the shot goes down.
I'll tell you, McDaniels eats up ground in a hurry.
Caldwell Pope outside. Suggs finds Caldwell Pope. No good on the triple. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. And we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple of calls. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Banchero, that's good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
All free throws good from Randall.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Carter dishes to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Now McDaniels. Plays it up and banks it in.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Out to Carter. Lots of room. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And finished off by McDaniel.
These guys go flying through the air like that. I love it. McDaniels showing what he's got on the slam there.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now Conley. Following Franz Wagner's 3-point attempt. Outside for Randall. Into the lane. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Randall's got 8.
Going towards the basket, that's when Randall's most dangerous.
Pass to Carter. The 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And Randall throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Gobert in the corner. Pass to McDaniels. Banchero grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Second shot opportunity. And it's Wagner missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the basket by Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
A nice shot by Carter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here is Conley after the made shot from Wendell Carter. And they're on the break. Here's Banchero. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And, guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze comes in for Wendell Carter. And Isaac subbed in for Vaughn. Now here's Edwards. Back to Reed. Offline with his three. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Reed. Right side, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
Here's Suggs. Driving in. Off target at the rim. It could go. Got it! A cold-blooded buzzer beater.
Clutch. Much in the clutch. Woo-hoo. How about that? Woo. Yeah.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Timberwolves?
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor. And so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Black is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Reed with a screen on Isaac. McDaniels kicks to Reed. Shot clock at 5. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Isaac passes to Caldwell-Pope. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Caldwell-Pope's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. McDaniels up top. Here's DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Black grabs the board. The Magic trail by 8. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. It's stolen by Edwards. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Randall. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
For Randall, another bucket. Continues to expand his offensive game.
Bitadze can't hit.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And the 3 off target. And here's the fast break. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Here's Randall driving the lane.
And on the drive, Randall gets a ton of momentum, and that turns into airtime for the Slam.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season has really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round, but it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
A nice shot by Black. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's DiVincenzo, and he dunks it down.
DiVincenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
Bitadze the pass to Caldwell-Pope. knocks down the three ball. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McDaniels.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Can't hit that one. Nice defense from Wagner. Here's De Silva. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. De Silva's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Magic trail by 11. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 5.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Wagner wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 11. DiVincenzo with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 13. From Target Center, back in a moment. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. And it's Conley, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big and strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
The drive by Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
A nice mix and blend of speed and control on the drive. Anthony gets right where he wants to be.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Oh, good on the 3. The Magic trail by 13. To the middle. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got 5.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play, finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Down low, Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Alexander-Walker. The offensive rebound. And finished off by Gobert.
The endless reach of Gobert. Those long arms sometimes seems like he's everywhere. An overwhelming presence on the offensive glass.
Pass to De Silva. Anthony taking his time here. Wagner outside. Back to Anthony. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And there's Wagner on the assist by Anthony. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
A capable floor general. I love watching Anthony set up his teammates.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Suggs with the steal. Deep two from Wagner. De Silva, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Randall comes in for Miller. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Edwards with it. Defended now by Wagner. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Here's Randall. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Here's De Silva. Count it. De Silva's got 7 points in the game. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Dillingham, covered by Anthony. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Houston's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 15. Here's Dillingham. Softly drops in the floater. Dillingham's got his first points of the game.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
Good.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Anthony. The Magic trail by 15. And that one is good from Suggs.
Tremendous effort from Suggs on the fast break. I tell you, it's not easy to keep up with him.
Reid against Wagner. Back to Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's Dillingham. Just 5 to shoot. Edwards inside. He's covered by Suggs. And the basket by Edwards.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Anthony can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 15. Out to Edwards. Takes it off the glass. Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. And we'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Wagner. Black is out there with Anthony. And it's De Silva in at the 4 spot. Anthony, the pass to Houston. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 16. Oh! Wow!
It's always fun when you can get ahead of the play like McDaniels did there to finish off the break.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Another shot over to the left wing. There's Wagner with the three. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert checked in for Reed. And it's Mike Conley in for Dillingham. Orlando making some changes. Caldwell Pope against Conley. Edwards with the screen for Conley. Outside Edwards. Drills the three-pointer. Edwards got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Kicks it out to Banchero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. Back to Randall. Shoots the three. Buries it from three-point range.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff was happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Outside Conley. Back to Randall. Great defense that time from Banchero. Here's Suggs. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Conley gets the bucket.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Has to Gobert. Outside for Randall. .135 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Gobert. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. .16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. And it's Wagner with the rebound. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one
for what they can do when they are playing.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
Great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Bataze in at the 5 spot. Now here's Jokic. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Bataze.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Wagner. And he buries his first look.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
Jokic passes to Porter. Jacks up a 3. Orlando with the rebound.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
To the right side. Here's Bataze. Suggs against Murray. The kick out to Banchero. Drives to the hoop. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. And it's Jokic with the ball for the Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Porter from outside. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Banchero gets it to go.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Here's Porter. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Outside Murray. Let's go with a 3. Oh, he's clobbered. And he'll get 3 shots at the line. That one on Banchero.
And the intensity Murray plays with is impressive. Excellent work forcing the issue and drawing the contact.
Good on the second one. Wagner's checked in for Bataze. And he makes all 3. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time. They've closed the gap over the last few possessions. Can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Here's Brown. No points so far. With the teardrop, Jokic gets the bucket. And that ties it up.
Yeah, there's that guard touch of Jokic. Simply incredible for a man his size.
Wagner outside. The 3. And stolen by Murray. And they're on the run. Porter with it. Caldwell Pope covering. And there's Porter on the assist by Jokic. Give him 8 points now.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that 3 from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Here's Wagner. Back to Wagner. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by Denver.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And here's Porter outside. Pass to Jokic. And here's Murray. Lets it go from deep. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And hey, I mean, Murray will take the corner three when it's given to him. You gotta chase him off this line. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Murray finds some space. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. It can't settle for bad shots.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. Suggs with the bucket. Suggs has got 8 points.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
From deep, Jokic. Jamal Murray. He's been the guy making things happen for Denver. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the court for the Magic, they've got Jonathan Isaac, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Black in at point guard. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite level.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner outside. Over to the wing. Here's Black. They get it again. Pass to De Silva from deep. On target from range. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gordon on the wing. Fires from the corner. It's hauled in by Isaac. Orlando leading. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Wagner, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Wagner. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Brown's shot is good.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Here's Black. No points yet. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Murray. Here's Brown. And here's Jokic. He's got 5. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points now this quarter. Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Denver has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. To the middle. Back to Jokic. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Jokic just got 7 points.
An efficient shooter like Jokic will always find points. All he needs is the ball.
Black driving inside. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. From deep, Jokic. Orlando with the rebound.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Here's Black. Here's De Silva. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 5 points in the game.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Kept alive by Orlando. Goes back up. And that's his 3rd miss in 7 attempts. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Outside, Caldwell Pope. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Right side, Porter. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's De Silva. Off target from the wing. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead. They lead by a bucket. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Dario Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Chanchar in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Franz Wagner. Denver shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
And again, it's Denver missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The free throw drops for Anthony. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. For 3, Westbrook drills it from deep. Westbrook's got his first 3 points of the game.
Love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the three-point shot.
Pass to Anthony. Takes it inside. Blocked! Westbrook taking his time here. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and the intensity Russ plays with is exceptional. When he goes hard inside, it forces the D to act.
Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. He hits the second from the line. Orlando trailing here. And Carroll with a screen on Westbrook. Suggs. Oh, it's stolen away. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Ball's going up the court. He stops. He pops. And book it. Chanchar.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Carter inside. Pounded by Westbrook. Flushing it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Oh, had a nice open look right there. Suggs has got 13 now.
Yeah, nice initiative from Suggs, seeing an easy scoring opportunity and pouncing on it.
For 3, Westbrook. The shot off that time.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Good. And now it's a 4-point Orlando lead. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets to halt the run. The rebound by Carter.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success. Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your arm.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. He drops it from range. He has 7.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Here's Banchero. Westbrook with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 3. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Banchero. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Suggs outside. Out to the right wing. Incoming, Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Westbrook with the miss. Magic leading by 5. Down low. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And it's Cole Anthony with a foul. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter here. Launches a 3, and there's Jokic on the assist by Porter. Jokic has got 12 points.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates. Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your 1 throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Out to Anthony. Suggs surveys the D. Back to Anthony with 1 on the clock. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Orlando ahead. They lead by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. The tandem at 1 and 2, Black and Harris. Goga Batadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position. And here's Harris outside. Brown grabs the board.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Here's Jokic. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Orlando leading. Drives to the hoop. Black. Pass to Batadze. 5 to shoot. Harris outside. Shots blocked.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Knocked away. Jokic finds Murray. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Magic have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Nuggets trail by 4. Outside Murray. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Suggs. Open shot, Banchero. Drills the baseline jumper.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
And stolen by Banchero. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by the Magic. Batadze's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Banchero with the drive, and he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by. He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Magic leading by 8. Pass to Wagner. Lets it fly from 18. On the wing, Suggs. Here's Batadze. Back to Suggs. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nuggets.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Murray from outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through. Whew.
And Carroll with it. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Yep, that one goes.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Inside, Jokic drops it in.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
1:33 left in the game. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And called Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Oh, Jokic with a payback triple.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range duel.
Here's Bankero. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Brown. Soft touch off the glass. Now just a 2-point Magic lead.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Porter against Wagner. He connects!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Sinks the tray.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
To the left side wing. Here's Bankero. Rebounded by Denver. Out to the wing. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Brown to take the lead. It's rebounded by Wagner. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
7 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Wagner outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
We'll talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And here's Jokic outside. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the
among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Now here's Murray. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Here's Jokic. Tries again. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Randle kicks to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Gordon finds Jokic. Second chance shot. And Jokic slams it in.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Gobert double teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. That's a 2 from Randle. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Jokic passes to Murray. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. On the wing, Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shot from the top of the key. Brown's shot is off.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And here's Conley outside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
From deep, Jokic. Rebound, Minnesota. Now here's Gobert. Randle kicks to Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards with the stuff.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Outside Gordon to stop the run. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, DA. He is a worker and living the dream.
Well, the ability of Conley to be effective at any range means the defense can never relax.
Murray finds Jokic. Three-pointer. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Outside Gordon. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Conley dishes to Randle. Murray against Conley. McDaniels kicks to Randle. Clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Randle's got 7 points in the game.
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
And here's Jokic outside. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league. Listen, he's a confident player, but if you're going for that kind of finish, you better finish it.
And it goes down 2 points. He's got 11. Ball's knocked loose. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Naz Reid out there with Miller. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Now here's Edwards. From deep. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. The Nuggets shooting well. 50% from the floor. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Jokic. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some
urgency from him there. Sure. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel.
Clearly a foul.
Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the second free throw, good. Denver leading by 3. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Miller, the pass to DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
And Jokic wide open, he shoots, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Now, here's Jokic. 19 points in the game. DiVincenzo with it. Alexander Walker finds Edwards. And here's Reid. Pass to DiVincenzo.
Yeah, easy call.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Daniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. He doesn't get the second one. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. For 3, Murray. A rebound by the Timberwolves. To the right side. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. And a change for the Timberwolves. Dillingham's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now here's Westbrook. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
I tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Saric. Pass to Chunshard. He's looking for Sharich and finds him. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Now here's Sharich, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
There is a heart and passion that Sharich brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in to the wing right side. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. No good with the triple. It's Westbrook with the drive, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
My goodness, you better get out of the way. Westbrook driving inside, rises up for the slam.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. This one for 3. Good on the triple. DiVincenzo's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Westbrook.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Randall's checked in for Miller. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. Edwards has come in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Conley in for Dillingham. Nuggets have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Here's Conley. He has 5. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And
the previous play is under review.
Just yet, officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fella.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle, you love the work ethic he has had on display.
Peyton Watson is out there with Sharich. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Dropher in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Count it, good. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, the aggressive play on the interior paying off for Russell Westbrook right now. He is always able to score on the inside. The explosive hops makes it easier.
Nice move, and Gobert throws it down.
Boy, that's a dunk we'll see for a while. Rudy Gobert, a little sauce on that one.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Denver, trailing by 4. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Conley's shot is off. Denver shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Pass to Chunshard. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. That one drops for him. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Gobert gets the bucket.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
A floater. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Russell Westbrook. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Back to Watson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Watson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Over Saric. They get it back. Randall goes back up. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Denver's got fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Strother. For the lead. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. DiVincenzo's got 10 points. Here's Westbrook driving to the basket.
Well, that's the acceleration of Russell Westbrook. Good night, defense. You had no chance.
Here's Alexander Walker. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Strother. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Some changes for Minnesota. Garza's checked in, and Miller's subbed in for Julius Randle. And he nails the third. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Nice move. Pass to Garza. Here's Shannon. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
To the inside. Saric. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. He's got 6.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Saric so comfortable on the interior.
Miller, the pass to DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
1:06 left to play in the third. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Nuggets trail by 3. Saric, that's good. Saric has got 4 this quarter.
I love the hustle from Saric right there. He sticks with the play, put the finishing touch on it. That's nicely done.
Now here is Miller. 5 points in the game. Pass to Shannon. Fires the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Watson's got 5 rebounds tonight. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
The shot by Saric, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
DiVincenzo passes to Garza. Here's Miller. Alexander Walker finds Miller. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Miller's got 7 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Saric has the open look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. It's stolen by Watson. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Timberwolves lead by 1. And we'll... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. So on the floor for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Handle out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brown's shot is off. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 1. Murray with it. Conley picks him up. Murray the pass to Gordon.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Gordon kicks to Jokic for 3. Murray, good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one.
At the arc, Murray is all business, knocking down a confident shot.
Pass to Randall. Back to McDaniel. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Porter. Good on the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Conley dishes to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Jokic against Gobert. From the arc. Jokic, big man with the triple.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Gobert, the pass to McDaniels. Over in the corner, Conley. Going inside. Pass to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. With the clock winding down. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, if you are on the defensive end, you can't fall for Rudy Gobert's tricks. This guy is very crafty at using that up fake.
Minnesota making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. And Gobert drops them both. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Murray, good.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Bucket, Edwards, sliding home the 3.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Inside, Murray. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. 14 points for Julius Randle.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
Murray, the pass to Brown. Back to Murray. To the middle, trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Back to Murray, over to the wing. Jokic kicks to Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists in the game. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. For three, Edwards. And another three for Minnesota.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Jokic against Gobert. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. Jokic rising up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's...
Technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Jokic sets the screen for Gordon. Count it!
Aaron Gordon wanting the ball with the game and the balance in crucial moments. How big time is he?
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Timberwolves substitution.
And here's Edwards. Randall outside. A three for DiVincenzo. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tonight, we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. And it's Randle with the jam.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randle from most other power forwards.
Suggs surveys the D. And he banks in the layup.
They take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Conley against Suggs. Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Suggs with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Suggs, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Batase from behind the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Here's Conley. Over to the left wing. From the arc. Orlando with the rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the Magic surprising many league-wide cards with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A. This is Gobert's comfort zone, using his size to capitalize down there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Edwards, no good. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam. In transition, here they come. Caldwell Pope for 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Randle. Deflected. And stolen by Gobert. And it's Randle with the jam.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Conley. Banked it in off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Magic have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Suggs with the bucket.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Picked by Gobert. To the inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
Randle against Banchero. Pass to Batase. Suggs outside. Back to Batase. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. Matadze's got 6 points.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Now here's Wagner. No made baskets yet.
Good decision that time by Wagner, taking it straight line to the rim. The defense had no chance to stop it.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. That free throw no good from DiVincenzo. Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. 43 seconds left in the first. The three from Banchero. Drops in the three. Banchero's got his 2nd basket.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Pass to Reed from outside the arc. And he buries his first look.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
DiVincenzo against Suggs. Banchero with a screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And the layup falls. He has 7.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Reed for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No short. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court for the Timberwolves, 2nd quarter underway. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Miller, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Now here's Reed. Reed sets a screen. There's the 3. Edwards, no good. Magic leading by 6. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising, an effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Edwards. Banchero no good. Timberwolves trail by 9.
Orlando Flash. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute has passed here in the 2nd quarter. Here's DiVincenzo.
Much respect for the hustle of Caldwell Pope there, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Here's Black. Back to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board. The Timberwolves have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the 2nd. A slam dunk by Reed.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Black passes to Banchero. Here's De Silva. The kick out to Banchero. Got it from about 16 feet. Banchero's got 9.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. The Magic making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. Counted from distance.
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Shots good by Black. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Reed with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Puts the move on. And Reed with the nice bucket inside. 10 points for him.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
To the wing on the left. Banchero outside. Wagner for three. Fires in the triple. Wagner's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Nice drop-off by Banchero. I mean, good unselfish play there.
Dillingham with the bucket. Here's Black. 1:16 left to play in the first half of basketball. Wagner for three. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Dillingham. They set a pick. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Harris comes in for Caldwell Pope.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Some room here for Harris. Rebound, Minnesota. There's 31 seconds left in the second period. Here's Randall. Here's Gobert. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Orlando leading by 9. Wagner outside. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing, pounded by Harris. It's Edwards on the wing. Got a hand on it. 1 second left. And so it's Orlando with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Mo Wagner is out there with Franz Wagner. Then there's Jalen Suggs, and it's Black in at the 2. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Now here's Wagner. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Gobert. Picked by Gobert. Releases from 15, and he gets that one. Conley's got his second basket of the game.
Conley is such a patient player who takes advantage of what the defense gives. That's really fantastic execution.
Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires the three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 9. Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Randall. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And that one's good from Conley.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Magic leading by 6. Suggs with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Black. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's De Silva. Wagner, the pass to Wagner. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Orlando shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for Orlando.
Free throw good. Wagner. Orlando making some changes. Isaac comes in for Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Suggs. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards. Now here's Randall. 5 points in the game. And it's Randall with the jam.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Isaac with a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. That one drops 4. And the Magic lead by 4.
And Isaac really a big-time player on the interior. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score the ball.
Left side, DiVincenzo. Count it. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
You see the quickness there from Anthony, leading everybody to the spot.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Conley passes to Reed. Now Randall. Reed, a screen on Isaac for 3. Randall, he buries it from 3. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, right now for me, it's all about confidence as it relates to Isaac. I mean, this guy has the tools to be special. I think he just needs to be more consistent.
Latase's checked in for Orlando. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. Now here's DiVincenzo. 5 points in the game. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Anthony with a bucket. Timberwolves trail by 3. Reed, a screen on Anthony. Pass to McDaniels. And down it goes. 2 points. McDaniels got his first 2 points.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Here's Black. Out to Anthony. On the wing, Isaac. Back to Anthony. Pass to Black. Three-pointer. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Randall can't hit. Orlando has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's De Silva. DiVincenzo covering. De Silva no good. Right wing for 3. Randall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game.
Give them credit. They fought hard to get back into it, and now they're rewarded with the lead.
Puts it up off the inbound.
Well, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
It's all tied in Orlando. And time for... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Julius Randle, Dillingham out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Miller in at the 3 spot. Kicks it out to Wagner. Pass to Bataze, takes the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards with it. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Minot's checked in for Randall. On defense, the Magic. Gobert. Here's Minot. Now here's Edwards. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
And he makes all 3.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Suggs outside. Pass to Bataze. Off target with the 3. The Timberwolves lead by 3. They set the screen. Here's Dillingham. Orlando with the rebound. Bataze's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 from Suggs. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
With his speed, Suggs able to get 1 step ahead, and then he's ready to let it fly.
Here's Dillingham. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. He got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota, and Minnesota making a change here. We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this 4th quarter. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Banchero. Caldwell Pope against Conley. Here's Suggs. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
And Minnesota making a change here. Reed's checked in. Randall finds Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Reed. Wide open look. And that one's no good. He's 5 of 7 in this one. Suggs with it. He's picked up by Conley. Suggs with the bucket.
Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
They get it again. McDaniels inside. Wagner's on him. McDaniels can't hit. The Magic have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. The 3 from Suggs. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Back to Wagner. Caldwell Pope with it. Banchero outside. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. The drive by DiVincenzo. Edwards for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And he dunks it down.
Nothing like being assertive and aggressive in critical spots. KCP coming through for his team.
And stolen by Suggs. Here's Batase. Reed defending. Back to Batase. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. DiVincenzo with the steal. Lets it go from deep. Oh, he buried the 3.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Now here's Suggs. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Banchero. Caldwell Pope with it. Banchero with a screen on Edwards. Caldwell Pope for 3. And buries it from deep.
This dude, folks, has ice in his veins when the game is tight. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is what it comes down to. This shot can win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let me steal. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Now Jokic, after Paolo Banchero misses from long range. Porter against Wagner. Here's Bitadze. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And here's Jokic. Hits it from three-point range.
And you just can't give Jokic any breathing room because he is a threat to fire from anywhere.
Here's Suggs. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. And good that time.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Murray against Suggs. Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Suggs passes to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Count that bucket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And it's Jokic missing. Magic leading by 8. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And a wide open look for Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. Pass to Suggs. Fires the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
At the arc, Murray is all business, knocking down a confident shot.
Banchero finds Caldwell-Pope. Back to Banchero. Stolen by Gordon. Jokic with it. Defended now by Wagner. Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. Another miss by Orlando. The Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They now take the lead. Jokic has got 9 points.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Misses the three. Porter outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. There's the three. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Magic lead by 2. After and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 1. The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Pass to Murray. Tries it from 19. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And it's Banchero missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. For 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Porter against Caldwell Pope. Here he goes. And that one is hammered home.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 14. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. And it's a 5-point Magic lead. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Driving inside. And it's Anthony with the jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup. Strother's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
1:03 left now here in the second. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Off target with his three. Outside Anthony. He takes it in and slam dunk by Anthony.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Anthony, the pass to Black. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Black's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
To end the run. Black grabs the board.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Westbrook. Pass to Watson. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last.
Coming onto the floor from your Magic, number 35.
Here's Chunchar. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that three makes things just a little more interesting here as we head to halftime. They are not going away.
That'll do it for the first half. Orlando out in front, up 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Black, also Cole Anthony out there, and it's Bitadze in at center. That's who's out there for Orlando. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's 12 points for Cole Anthony.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
So, Stan, we have a second-generation player in front of us, and next to us is Dad. Cole Anthony, he has his dad's gift, don't you think, for passing the ball?
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot more scoring gift than his dad had. You know, and the thing I love about what Cole has done, though, I respect so much, is he's accepted that role coming off the bench, and he's been such a great weapon for them.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Chunchar. Here's the three. The rebound by Bitadze. Bitadze's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the steal. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Šarić.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
First team foul.
Here's Anthony. Second chance effort. Fires for 3. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Pass to Strother. And Saric kicks to Watson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Watson's got 6 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And they pick up 2. And the Magic lead by 9.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
Westbrook with the steal. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And Orlando making a change here. Banchero's checked in. Anthony. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the Denver Nuggets led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
Back to Anthony. Crafty move. Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Off target from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 7. Pass to Watson. Here's Saric. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And it's Anthony slamming it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Wagner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Wagner's got 5 now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Anthony. And so it's the Orlando Magic bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Denver. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard. The Nuggets trail by 9. Outside for Murray. Off target from outside. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. And finished off by Banchero.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Magic leading by 8. Suggs dishes to Caldwell Pope. Right wing. Good ball movement here by the Magic. For the 3. Nailed from 3-point land.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game, about half his shots come from out there.
Jokic passes to Gordon. Back to Jokic. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Back to Jokic. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Right block shot. Pass to Wagner. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Gordon. Beyond the arc. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find it.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Murray against Suggs. And here's Jokic outside. Keeps it alive. And Carroll grabs the board. Magic leading by 8. Knocks it loose. Jokic against Wagner. Here's Brown. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Caldwell Pope for 3. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Jokic passes to Murray. At the teardrop. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Here's Brown. Not enough on that one as it misses. Orlando leading by 12. For 3, Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game.
Here's Murray. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Orlando.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cole Anthony.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Wagner. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
How about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one.